these transformations. These are the other ones I was doing.
I just asked how to do
And print them all out.
And then your teacher agrees.
We have critique, so basically we all talk about the design, like what worked, what didn't work, what was successful, like what you need to fix. We just kind of like analyze, the shapes and like.
Then here we've got a Sphero robotic ball. Has anyone used one of these? So a couple people. So what's cool about this is that I have seen people as young as 7 or 8 years old learn how to code using one of these. You just code so it knows what kind of lines you want, then you dip it in paint and you send it flying on the page. This couldn't make you a Mona Lisa, but you could get a pretty good stick figure when you're learning how to code. So this is nice because it feels like a game. When I was growing up, people told me that coding was hard and I just believed them, and I don't know why, because if my 7-year-old cousin can code, I probably could have learned how to code too. So now I'm trying to learn in my 30s. So if you are in school and that's something that you're interested in, start learning now, because we need more powerful women in STEM doing really cool things. And I know that if you are here learning about engineering, maybe you will be one of those people. So this is band on. It's going to be able to pick up on and respond to your brainwave activity. So you can play interactive brain training games with it. But what I like is that if you're stressed out, you're having a bad day, it can tell. And it can use technology to help you meditate and calm down and get back to a healthy resting state so that you can go about the rest of your to-do list and have found your calm. So those are great. So we have all kinds of things that are really fun that students can check out. And then up in front we have this white screen, and this has what we're calling wolf tails on it. And it's hard with a group this size because we only have 2 headbands. But if you go online and you Google NCSU wolf tails, we have videos of different people on campus talking what it's like to be a student or an employee at NC State. We have videos about diversity on campus. We have videos about leadership on campus and all kinds of other things. So if you're considering NC State but you want to know from a student what it's like instead of a staff member telling you what it's like, you can go online and see those student voices and see if this is maybe the right campus for you. And of course, we hope that a lot of you will come and be with us, maybe if not for undergrad, grad school. And then on the end, we have one of our 3D printers. And you'll see that here on the side, we have the spool of plastic filament, and you feed that down to the top, and it's going to melt the plastic layer by layer until it makes the 3D object that you want it to make. Students can't check these out like they can check out all of the other technology that you see in this room, but this is instead here so that we can talk about our Makerspace program. And a Makerspace is just a place that has the items you would need to make or create or invent things. Our bigger Makerspace is at DH Hill Library on main campus off of Hillsborough Street, and it can accommodate a group of about 20 people at a time. So after you go through a safety workshop, you're able to use our sewing equipment and our 3D printers and our soldering equipment and our laser cutters to make all kinds of objects. But what I think is cooler than the technology is what our students are doing with it. So I'm going to show you some examples. So up front we have a skull and some bones, and that might seem a little morbid, but the reason that those are there is that we have someone from veterinary medicine that went on an archaeological dig and found some remains that they decided were not human, but maybe another species that perhaps came before us. And they called their findings hominolati. Now, you're students, so you know you don't want to just be lectured at all the time. You also want some good hands-on learning. And that researcher wanted that for students on campus. But he didn't want to bring the actual school to the classroom because it was very delicate and very old. So if he had someone clumsy like me, that thing would have been broken in no time. So what they did is they put the actual remains in a 3D scanner so you could get that size and shape information. And then they turned that into a prep file so that you could print replicas that would be safe for the classroom. Could you be my Vanna White and hold up the pink map? Just like once, Vanna White. So, do any of you like football? Do you have any football fans in the house? So we have a class called Big Data in Your Pocket, and the class was broken up into groups, and each group was given a data set. And one of the groups was looking at football scores over the course of the last 100 years at NCAA qualifying schools. So the height of each state will show you, in comparison to the others, who is making the most scores. Now, you'll see that Texas is the tallest state. They're a lot taller than North Carolina, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're better at football. They have twice the NCAA double qualifying schools that we do, so they have more people to make those scores. So of course their state is taller. So this doesn't give you all of the information that you need, but it does a good job of visualizing some of the information.
So we offer a degree in fashion and textile management, fashion textile design, textile technology, polymer color chemistry, and textile engineering. Textile engineering is our one engineering program that is a dual program between our college and the College of Engineering. It's a little unique, it's a little different, it's something that you typically would never hear about. But those are some of the folks who are actually working on some of your product development of some of the things that you all may have on right now. So right now Adidas is actually on site, and so they're actually talking with some of our students. They're going to have some information sessions. So they are actively looking to hire our students, whether or not it's on the design side or of the engineering of the latest new Adidas shoes that are getting ready to come up. Or it may be athletic gear that you may wear as you're playing a particular sport. But then we have students who are into the fashion side of it. So how do you get these nice, gorgeous colors, or how do you market it to you? Maybe different how you're going to market it to any one of us, just due to what piques your interest. One of the things that we found out most right now about, I would say, your age and some other students close in age to y'all, you change your mind like this. So it's this fast market, fast pace. And that's one of the struggles that we have, is how do we actually change our products so quickly, but then also market it really quickly. Part of that is social media, so you may follow some of your favorite brands on there, but there are jobs that go into that. And so those are just a little bit of the things that we do within the college textiles. Within that folder, there's also information on our summer programs, there's information on our scholarships, there's information on study abroad. So a little bit of everything. It covers the gamut. And then we have a generic business card in there. So if you all have questions about recruitment, so you're more interested in our programs, feel free to email us. Or if you have questions about scholarships, feel free to email us about that too. So I'm going to stop there and hand it back over.
So